everybody.
Hello.
Good morning.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. Big accomplishment to announce today. My friend Nicole finished her puzzle. There
Look at her. She's so proud.
Yeah, she is so proud. It was the ultimate Noah's Ark 1,000-piece puzzle. It was so cute. I'm like, are you gonna keep it? Are you gonna frame it? What do you do? She's like, no, I'm gonna disinfect it and take it down tonight.
Yeah,
she's gonna send
it to you.
Yeah, she'll send it. So she's like, I'm already Lysoling it. It'll be all set. It's gonna be good. You can do that. I'm like, well, what are you gonna do next? She's like, well, gin rummy.
Something.
I was like, all right, that works.
I've never been a fan of puzzles, really. I think that's impressive. I mean, we've been following her progress.
She got that from some friends.
That is fun. So we've been talking about puzzles so much on the show.
Yeah.
And so this company called, oops, I have this upside down, sorry. Lemonade Pursuits sent us these puzzles because they heard us talking about it on the show. Okay, so and
puzzles are hard to find online, right?
Puzzles are hard to find right now because they're so popular because people are stuck at home. So, and there's one more that's cute here.
So cute.
So my daughter started one of them last night. So there's Callie on the right and Maddie on the left.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, they're big.
Yeah. Oh, the pieces are small, but it's very complicated because it's just all colors and the shapes are all very similar. But it was funny. Our producer Katie said, I don't know if they should be doing that on a glass table.
Why?
Why?
Fingerprints?
Because it's like you'll see through it. Like it's harder to do.
Oh, visually.
It's harder to see it.
Yeah.
She said, you know.
Well, why won't you put it on another table, Molly?
Oh, I'm glad you asked because I was talking about the office table because she goes, put it on another table. I forgot about that. Every table in my house
all of them
is taken. So I've got puzzles on 2 of them. That was the living room. I've got Monopoly set out because we didn't finish last night during family time. And then another table has another project that's actually a secret because my daughter's doing it for my parents as a gift.
Cute.
But yeah, every table is taken.
Yeah.
But the Lemonade people sent me a little note and
really
they said,
cute.
in times like these, puzzles are a great tool to channel restless mental energy and make sheltering in place a little more tolerable.
That's cute. Well, thank you to them. That's really cute.
I thought that was
I want
really
to try
cute.
one.
Yeah, I thought that was cute.
That is
I'll
a
send
neat
one of
idea.
these home with you.
I like it.
I'd like to give them away to viewers, and maybe we'll do that at some point. I just can't remember if it's safe to give people things.
Yeah, I don't know if we can yet. So we'll figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's our sound off for today, too. Go to our Facebook page and sound off. What game have you rediscovered? You know what I did last night?
What?
It's not a game, but it was so cool. Remember how we've been talking about all these concerts and museums and things like that that are doing things online for free?
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorite old artists, Dave Matthews, had a live streaming concert for free.
Why didn't you call me?
So I watched it last night, and it was so good.
Why didn't you call me?
I didn't know you were a DMB fan.
I love Satellite. Is that good?
Keep it going.
Somebody was criticizing, what is her name? Kristen Chenoweth, just her song choice today. She sang kind of an opera song.
No, it was a hymn. It was a hymn.
Oh, it was a hymn. That's right. And I was like, I could do that better. And people were like, no. That's cool.
Yeah, I know.
How did you know or hear that he was doing
I saw it online as I was trolling the internet.
That is so
I was going
cool.
through and I ended up seeing Dave Matthews doing a live virtual concert. And it was basically, I think he was raising funds. He was doing for the relief fund for the coronavirus, doing a lot of different things and playing music as well. It was just in his basement. It was very obviously intimate. Kind of reminded me of the old school days when you could be part of those intimate shows with an artist. It was just, I thought it was super cool. And there's so many of those out there. So
I think so too.
Yeah.
That's so neat.
Yeah.
I wanted to just say a note. We didn't necessarily plan to talk about this, but it just occurred to me when Hoda was crying earlier on the Today Show, and then Savannah Guthrie kind of took over. And I think it was right after her interview with Drew Brees, and a lot of people know that the Saints are Hoda's team. But I wondered if things are kind of catching up to her. You know, she's alone in the studio, and then Savannah's at home in her basement.
Yeah.
And I think it's like the wear and tear on our healthcare workers. I mean, you're seeing pictures of nurses.
The masks.
The masks imprinted into their face. And a lot of them have been posting on social media that they're crying at work when they go to the bathroom and take a break. They're crying on the way home. They're crying on the phone if they talk to someone. And I think, you know, Hoda's somebody who's in the spotlight, and I look at them and her hair and makeup.
So composed.
You know, so composed. But Savannah too, she's doing her hair and makeup at home, and you can kind of tell it's not as professionally done, which is totally fine. But I just think it's interesting how this whole crisis, you see these people at home doing the weather and all these things, and it's like, it's taking a toll on all of us, even the people who aren't sick.
and catching
now.
up. I do think that there's this moment of catch up, I think, for a lot of people where they're feeling the magnitude, they're feeling the isolation. You know, it's just sort of, it's getting heavy on our shoulders, the reality of what's happening
Well, and I
in
think
our country.
about you and me, we're sitting far apart on the couch,
Yeah.
but you know how it is, we come to work, there's so few people in our hallways now because everybody's
Yeah.
staying home. The parking lot's pretty much empty most of the time, so few cars.
And they say the worst human hell is proximity without intimacy. And I've heard that quote. I don't know who the quote is from at this moment, but I think that's so true. And there are people at home who are with people who aren't feeling well and keeping their distance, or just living alone and don't have someone there with them. And I think there's a lot of that, like, that feeling. It's like this, it's really painful, I think, to be close to people and not be able to be close.
Yeah, and that proximity, I think about that quote all the time, without intimacy. And just lastly, the nurses, the healthcare workers who are helping people, one of the things they said that's the hardest is some people are dying or very sick and their family cannot visit because of the contagious nature of this virus. And so
sad.
our hearts go out to everybody now. In our state, we're losing people. So we're thinking about everybody and hoping that everybody stays well and home over the weekend.
Yeah.